You'll have to excuse the mess here, but I'm just doing a video of charging a lithium-ion battery with a lead-acid charger. I just want to see, how well it can be done. When we get to the end of it, if it works, I will give some pros and cons of it. I currently have it on the AGM setting, 12 amp charging. The AGM is kind of what I read online, what you should turn it to, just the battery parameters are closest to a lithium-ion battery. So I'm going to let this run for a little bit. I'm going to charge it up. I'm going to keep an eye on it. That's why I actually have it in the upstairs room here, so I can keep an eye on it while I work, so I don't ruin anything. But this is just a test to see, how well you can charge a lithium-ion battery with a lead-acid charger. So I want to add another interesting point. As you can see, if that shows up, I got charging at 12 amps. My screen doesn't say how many amps it's at. This is how many volts it's currently at. But I got my clamp meter here. Let's just see if it's actually going in at 12 amps. And according to this, we're only putting about 10.1 amps in. So let me, just for the sake of it, let me turn this down to 8 amps. And we'll see how that adjusts, and if it adjusts accordingly, if it's going to be 8 or if it's going to be 2 under and be 6 like it was with 10. And just like that, it's at 6.26. So even though the setting for the charger is at 8, it's actually only charging at 6. And let me try this with 2 now. And we'll just get an idea. Turn that down to 2. And let's see what we're at. 1.86. That one's definitely the closest of all of them. But it's just interesting, because I've seen this a couple times online too, that the setting you're at isn't necessarily what you're actually putting out for it. It could be less, so that's just another interesting point. I should compare it with a lead acid at one time, just to see if, it's different because it's lithium or lead. But yeah, it's not putting out its full 12 amps on this battery right now. So I'm just in here to check on it. Just a second ago, it was flashing check and it had like an error on here. It doesn't give me an error code or anything, but it just lets me know there's an issue. So I disconnected the battery lead and touched it back up. It's showing 13.1, 13.2 volts. I've got my voltmeter here. So I will just take this, touch one in here. See if I can get that to hold. Touch one there, touch one there. We're reading 13.24 volts, which I believe is roughly 80% full. So this lead acid battery charger did indeed charge it. I don't know exactly what went wrong and why that shut off, but it's charged it to 80%. So for most people that's okay. And I do have another lithium-ion charger on the way. My old one broke, so that's why I'm having to use this to charge it up right now. But being charged up to roughly 80% is fine for me, especially how long these batteries last over lead acid. So I would say, yeah, I don't know if I'd do it constantly, but for a short time use, if you need to in a pinch, you can definitely use a lead acid charger with your lithium-ion battery. The only downside is, this is an example of this is at roughly 80%, this battery right now. And it shows it as, when I go here, it's going to show it as full because it's at 13.1, 13.2 volts, or, as we can see by the meter, it's at, it's at the 13.24. So the downside to using a lead acid charger is even if the battery's not full, when you disconnect it and you go to connect it up, it's going to think it's full and it's not going to charge it. So that's one reason. Another reason I do recommend getting a lithium-ion charger is so if you are at 80%, you want to top it up. Let's say you're going fishing, you need the trolling motor or just to power a fridge or something like that. You need the the lithium charger to be able to top it up from a percentage that's not basically empty, because these are empty, or high 12s in the voltage, and this will still pick that up as almost full. So to charge a lithium battery with a lead acid charger, mine at least, you basically have to drain the whole thing in order to top it up. So yeah, you can use it. It's not ideal, but in a pinch it will work for you.